Games have been the NBA's best fast break teams. The Timberwolves second.
I mean, tough to maintain this kind of pace over an entire season. But let me tell you, they are really running right now.
Here's Levine. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. 5 to shoot. Back to Turner. Shoots the 3. Levine can't hit. And stolen by Pekovic. Here's Wiggins. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
Now here's a Flalo. No good again that time.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
He dishes it to Galloway. That's good.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective in zone.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside. Shot will be hard to block no matter who's.
And we talked to Carmelo Anthony earlier, and he talked about how this team has improved their play of late.
We got back to trust and one another.
Well, it was nice to see Carmelo healthy for a while last season, but not a lot of fun for first-year coach Derek Fisher as the Knicks finished with their worst record in franchise history after Carmelo was able to go only for 40 games.
That was tough. I mean, but there's no time in this league to dwell on the past. It's just like he said, you need to get trust and confidence back between you and your teammates. And when they do that, I think Melo and his teammates can thrive.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Timberwolves.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for Minnesota, they've got Turner. Towns is out there with Jang. Then it's Ricky Rubio. And it's Bradley in at the 2 spot. Here's Turner. And Galloway pulls it down.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Carmelo Anthony, the 3rd pick overall in the 2003 NBA draft, was in some pretty good company at the top of that one, as I recall.
I mean, you had LeBron going 1, and of course, Darko Milicic was number 2 on that list. But how about D-Wade at 4? A little bit of a surprise, Chris Bosh. You know, all those guys, with the exception of Melo, have rings.
Calderon with it. Picked up by Turner. Releases. And with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut to just 9 on the basket. From Calderon. The drive by Rubio. Bradley against Calderon. Bradley passes to Rubio. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots from 14. Rubio missing again.
And back to Melo's top 5 draft mates in 2003, all having rings. You can't choose the team you play for as a rookie. Melo simply hasn't been surrounded by that much talent. That's why it was somewhat surprising that he re-signed with the rebuilding Knicks team last season.
Passes it to Towns. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And guys, talking about Melo, I mean, he's faced some difficult injuries here of late. All the more pressure on him to win a ring as soon as possible. No way does he want to retire without that chance. And a lot of teams in the West can at least get a little bit of a breather when they go against the Eastern teams. The Wolves didn't have that last year. They got pummeled by the entire conference.
Knicks trail by 9. The pass to Galloway. Kicks it to Calderon. New York moving the ball around. A floater, and Anthony lays it up and in. Anthony's got 9. Greg, as you said, with the Wolves, they had as hard a time with the East as anyone. Only managed a 9-21 record, Clark, out of conference.
And those 9 wins were the fewest against the East for any team in the NBA. Not a surprise given how badly the Wolves struggled in general.
And the Knicks making a change here. Aflalo's checked in. And then for Minnesota, Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Towns. Wiggins comes in for Turner. And Levine subbed in for Ricky Rubio. And the jam by Moniunas.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here. He shattered the backboard.
You always want a player to have his head up and to be surveying the court, but not if that's going to be the result.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Kevin Seraphin, he's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Tristan Thompson comes in for Porzingis, and it's Williams in for Anthony. Here's Wiggins, off target from the baseline. Looking at the last game for the Minnesota Timberwolves, it was a win against the Nuggets.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession.
Oh, we've got a moment here. Let's look at the last month and the Knicks and how they ranked in the NBA. 3rd in free throw percentage, 9th in steals. And they're in the top half of the league in team rebounding as well. They've got some glass eaters on that squad.
And you know, their free throw shooting, overlooked by some, but it's kept them alive in close games. And you definitely get confidence when you have the ability to convert on those opportunities.
Minnesota making a switch here. Zhang's checked in.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
It's Williams with the drive, and the layup is good.
Oh, how about the floater there? Nice drop.
So for New York, their last game, a win against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And they ran their offense nearly to perfection in that one. Very few possessions were wasted.
Yeah, they put the mute button on them that time. I mean, in front of a hostile crowd, they never let the fans get going. They silenced them over and over again with big, timely shots.
The Timberwolves shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And guys, I'd have to credit the work they put in at the free throw line to practice this season. I mean, because they have noticeably improved since a year ago. The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Pekovic dishes to Wiggins. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Wiggins has got 4 this quarter.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Calderon kicks to Seraphin. 2 on the clock.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And
it's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime. It was a fast pace for Minnesota at the outset. They had intensity in their eyes and fire in their bellies as they started things out on a 7-0 run. After a well-executed first quarter, they held the lead by 11. After a tough, hard-fought second quarter, the lead remained the same, and they still hold the double-digit advantage at the break. And Shaq, what do you think about what we saw from Minnesota?
Well, Kenny should appreciate this. I love the ball movement. They were in sync as a unit, and their assist numbers were impressive. Anytime you get 5 players working together like that instead of one guy doing it alone, it's always going to be a boost. That's the primary reason they're in.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway.
as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
He just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot, even the tough one.
Anthony out there with Porzingis. Then there's a follow. Then there's Kyle O'Quinn. And it's Calderon in at the 1. That's the 5 for New York right now. A follow outside. The shot's good on the assist by Calderon. Aflalo's got 5 now.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
And guys, Porzingis was almost a rookie last season, but he opted to pull out of the early entry and wait a year for this past summer's draft. Seems to have worked out for him as far as how his draft stock has changed.
Timberwolves leading by 6. Wiggins drives in. Powered down as the whistle blows. A 3-point play chance.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Langston Galloway's checked in for New York. Bradley passes to Monteunitas. Here's Towns. Count that one. Towns has got 8 points.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Anthony, the pass to Porzingis. Shot clock at 6. In the corner, O'Quinn with it. Shot is no good, and Minnesota will come the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. They host the Kings after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Wiggins dishes to Monteunitas. Here's Galloway, covered by Rubio. No coverage, that's it.
And a big height advantage right there.
You know, it's tough to bring a big man that far away from the goal, but that might be a mismatch they're willing to live with.
And the Timberwolves call timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Well, I know last year the Knicks seemed to me to be very passive offensively, and that can sometimes be the case when you're trying to learn the triangle offense, but they never seem to attack the rim at all.
Monteunitas kicks to Rubio. Pass to Towns. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got his 3rd assist on the night. Galloway, the pass to Porzingis. Anthony kicks to Galloway. There's the pick. Aflalo dishes to Anthony. And it's blocked. Here's O'Quinn. Minnesota leading by 6. Wiggins outside. Puts it up from 12. Rebounded by Anthony. As you mentioned, the Knicks very shy at going to the rim last year. Really could have used that dynamic among a lot of things to their game.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, think about this. The Knicks were last in the league in drives per game as a team. So they struggled shooting. When they did attack the rim, only 42%. So those areas have to improve if this team wants to become competitive.
There's the pick. And O'Quinn kicks to Anthony. For the 3. They get it back. Another shot, and the layup is up and in. Anthony's got 11 points.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
On the wing, Turner. At the top of the key, Towns. Goes up the baseline, and he hits the jump shot. Towns has got 6 in the quarter.
You have to be disciplined on defense, Kevin. Biting on every pump fake isn't going to get it done. New
York calls timeout. Karl-Anthony Anthony Towns didn't come into the previous year as the most highly touted prospect, Clark, but his play last year at Kentucky would change that.
No question about it. People knew he was going to be good, Kevin, but few saw him being this good. He showed he could do a little bit of everything as a Kentucky big.
Catching up on the changes for New York, Kevin Seraphin is checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Thompson comes in for Porzingis. Derek Williams checked in for Anthony. And it's Calderon in for Aaron Aflalo. Calderon kicks to Galloway. Back to Calderon. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. Calderon's got 10.
And guys, with Towns, he is so valuable in every aspect of the game. Really great at both ends of the floor. His defense is as strong as it gets for a first-year player. How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
The dish to Seraphin. From 7, can't get it to go. And the final period of play just about to start. And the Timberwolves with possession here. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the 4th. They've got Gorgie Dang. Levine is out there with Avery Bradley. Then it's Andrew Wiggins. And it's Pekovic in at the 5, roaming the paint. And Wiggins throws it down.
Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up. A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Calderon passes to Aflalo to the inside. And stolen by Wiggins. 4th quarter still young, just over a minute play. From about 16. Calderon against Bradley. Calderon dishes to Seraphin. Williams a screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Calderon has the open look. Can't get it to go. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Follow against Bradley. Dishes it to Levine. Pass to Pekovic. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Stolen by Thompson. And now in transition, it's Aflalo. Here we go. Timberwolves leading by 10. 3-on-3, knocked away. Bradley kicks to Zhang. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
And for Gorgie Dang, an intelligent guy with strong physical attributes, gigantic arm span, but extremely raw skill-wise.
Yeah, his game still needs plenty of polish on both ends of the floor, but I really felt like he took a huge leap last season, and he has the intensity along with that work ethic to continue to grow.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hey guys, well, Kurt Rambis had some advice for the team in that last break. He told them that they simply have to step up, saying if we don't make a move now, it's going to be too late. Give them everything you've got. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris. And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. Aflalo the pass to Anthony. Inside. O'Quinn can't hit.
You know, on the topic of Zhang, he did improve in practically every category in year 2. Offensively, though, he still looked a bit mechanical. And on defense, he still went for too many head fakes, but you've got to like his upside.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Wiggins outside. It's Bradley on the wing and stolen by Aflalo. Got that one, and the Minnesota lead has been cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Anthony.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
It's tipped, taken away by Anthony. Count the bucket.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feeling. And talking about Gorgui Dieng, he recorded 22 points and 21 rebounds in the game his rookie season. Amazingly, it was the first ever 2020 game by a Timberwolves rookie. The Wolves, of course, once home to Kevin Garnett and Kevin Love, so that's pretty good company.
The drive by Anthony, and again, it's New York.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
On the wing, Wiggins. 1:46 left in the fourth.
Oh, boy, I tell you what, they don't get much uglier than the quarter he's having.
Yeah, and it's not showing any signs, Greg, of turning around here soon. I mean, his touch is basically gone AWOL.
But they'll get another chance. The shot's good from O'Quinn.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
Just 5 on the clock, and Wiggins throws it down.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there to put that one hand tomahawk slam?
We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter. And Anthony gets double-teamed. Calderon, a good look, sinks it. And now they trail by just 4.
Carmelo Anthony showing you his passing skill there.
For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting at even 50% from the field. Wiggins with it. Now Anthony defending. Timeout. They're losing by 6. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. To the middle. Here's O'Quinn. Count it. And now they trail by just 4.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. Minnesota with the ball. The drive by Rubio. And a miss there off the inbound. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Porzingis. No good. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Here's Towns. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Threw it down with authority.
Oh, he can really fly. And you combine that, Clark, with some of the nice penetration, too, and you've got an easy 2 points.
And able to just play well above the rim. I mean, that makes this guy so dangerous when he's in the game.
24 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Buries it.
And you can tell they had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound.
And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure. It's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
20 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
No time to spare. They need a bucket.
Without question. Then maybe a steal or a foul to get the clock stopped as well.
Wiggins tries.
Oh! That athlete.
Yeah. Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Kevin. That was special.
My goodness. That was almost a circus-like dunk.
And so Minnesota takes the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation.